Hey there, thank you for joining me. I am so excited to be able to share my story with you as well as the amazing opportunity that is Beachbody Coaching. Today I wanted to give you a little background about how I became a teen Beachbody coach and how it has impacted not only my life but my family's life as well. So I created a slide presentation for you guys so you have a little visual stimulation while I'm sharing my story, not just looking at this. So if you guys are ready, let's get going. Okay, so who am I? For those who don't know me, my name is Maria Kappa. I'm a wife, mom, financial advisor, animal caretaker, food preparer, laundry doer, housekeeper, chauffeur, fight breaker, upper boo-boo kisser, finder of lost items, answer of all questions. In other words, I'm a busy working mom. I'm also a Star Diamond coach with Beachbody, which means that I've not only found my own success with this amazing company, but I also helped others on my team build successful businesses as well. So before I tell you more about who I am now, let's go back to who I was before I became a Beachbody coach. So the year is 2009, and my mom, who was morbidly obese for the majority of her adult life, had just passed away in her early 60s. I had two babies of my own, and I knew that I wanted to be around for them as long as I possibly could. So it became my mission to be the healthiest me that I could be. The only problem is, like most people who are completely confused about exercise and nutrition, I didn't have the first clue about what I should be doing to actually make that happen. I had an extensive video library of every one of the firm videos, and I had the whole body of steel collection. I had arms of steel, buns of steel, abs of steel. Does anybody remember this beauty? I still have mine. It's the fanny lifter. Here's the problem. I had all of these and I was doing them every day, but I didn't have arms and abs of steel, or buns of steel for that matter. I felt like I was spinning my wheels, especially when I'd see a picture of my own rear end. I mean, that has to be the most sobering experience. I felt like I was trying to do all of the right things, but just not seeing any results. So a few months later, my family is vacationing at a theme park here on the East Coast called Sesame Place. And every single time we would turn on the TV in the hotel room, the P90X infomercial was on. I took it as a sign, and even though I was completely terrified, had no idea what I was doing, on our drive home I ordered it. And that turned out to be a life-changing decision for me in more ways than one. I fell in love with the program, I loved the results I was getting, and I loved seeing how far I could push myself. It made me want to do more. So next I ordered Insanity. This was a pivotal moment for me in my Beachbody experience. At that point, I got involved in the Insanity page on Facebook, and I loved all the support there. And that's where I met my Beachbody coach. And apparently at that time, she had seen something in me that I never saw in myself. And that was the ability to inspire and encourage others. She approached me about becoming a coach, and I instantly said, "Oh no, that is not for me." You see, I am shy, not just the quiet kind of shy, but like painfully shy. Complete introvert. Almost to the point of being antisocial. I will readily admit that I prefer to be by myself than to be around people, and home is the happiest place in the world for me. Interacting with people in person is just so uncomfortable for me, and that's why Beachbody was the perfect solution. I could work out at home alone, and I could get support online from the safety of my computer. I was not a salesperson, and I did not have a network to market. So this was just not for me, and I graciously declined her offer. And then my coach sent me a sample of Shakeology, and I was completely sold. I mean, the tagline is the healthiest meal of the day, and after all, my primary goal is to be the healthiest me that I can be. So I just had to have it. But I'm sure that the moms who are watching this right now will understand when I say that I just couldn't rationalize spending that kind of money on myself every month. Even though I knew it was for my health, and ultimately that was the greatest gift that I could give to my family, I still just couldn't do it. What? Yes. My coach told me that Beachbody coaches get a 25% discount off of all their own purchases, and I was sold. I mean, my original career is in financial planning, So if there was a way that I can get the healthiest meal of the day for a lot less money, it was totally for me. You can see from that slide there the breakdown of the savings, and that is per month. So even once I made the decision, I went through the actual sign-up process like 5 or 6 times over the course of a week or two before I finally clicked the submit button and signed myself up as a Team Beachbody Coach. I was actually embarrassed to tell my husband what I had done. I mean, calling myself a coach, who the heck did I think I was, right? I was happy with my progress so far, but I was still nowhere near where I wanted to be physically. I was struggling daily with binge eating. How could I call myself a coach? It really felt kind of hypocritical to me. Little did I know that it was my struggles that would make me relatable to others. It would help them to see that if I could do it, they could do it, and we could do it together. So I signed up. And I warned my coach not to expect anything from me, that I seriously just wanted the discount on my Shakeology, because you can totally do that. No one is going to bother you about what you are or aren't doing with the business. It's your business. She okayed me at the time, but I'm pretty sure looking back that she was saying, sure, that's all you're going to do with it, because she saw the way that I was interacting with people on the Insanity page on Facebook, and she just felt that I was a natural at this. Like I said, she completely believed in me. So over the next few months, I was using my coach discount. I was drinking my Shakeology religiously. I was using my Beachbody products that I believed in 100%. And I was sharing my results with those around me. Well, guess what? I was coaching, because that is what we do as coaches. It's what it's all about. Using products that I believe in and sharing my results with those around me. I didn't realize it until the first time I got an email from someone who said that I inspired them to change. Me. I inspired someone, and it felt amazing. So I kept doing my coaching, but not really coaching thing, and I was absolutely loving it. I had definitely found my passion, and my business was steadily growing. I was having fun, but could I really make money at this? Honestly, back then it almost didn't matter, because this wasn't work to me. I was just enjoying what I was doing. But even though my husband and I both had good jobs, we were living right up to our means. I'm sure some of you can appreciate this. Paycheck to paycheck. We had no savings, no fancy vacations, just paying our bills every month. And at that, we aren't always paying them on time. So my husband is in construction, and if he doesn't show up for work, he doesn't get paid. So there was always stress about the potential for work to slow down, or taking a vacation, which would not only set us back the cost of the vacation, but also his pay for the time he took off to go on vacation. So there wasn't much vacationing going on. There were times where he forced himself to go to work through sickness or an injury, because we just couldn't afford for him to give up a day's pay. And that feeling, pardon my expression, it completely sucks. So when I began to see my Beachbody income steadily growing, and that picture right there, it's an actual screenshot of my earnings from my first few months as a coach. Look at that first little paycheck down there, $29.96. I still have that check hanging on my wall in my office to remind me just how much my business has grown. Anyway, it was exciting because it eased the burden a little. I mean, an extra $250 a week by 3 months in, that's $1,000 a month. That is breathing room. That's sending out the mortgage payment on time. That is letting my husband take a sick day from work. 8 months into being a coach, I somehow landed myself in the top 10 of all coaches in the country, and I think at that point there were maybe 60,000. So me, Miss, I'm not a salesperson. Miss, I'm too shy to talk to people. Miss, I just want my discount off of Shakeology. It proved that this is not about selling. It's about being passionate. It's believing in the products and sharing them with everyone around me. So as a result of hitting that top 10, Beachbody CEO Carl Deichler flew his private jet to Long Island, and he came to my home to interview me. And the entire basis of that interview was about what drives me to build my business and what goals I had for myself and my family. Honestly, I felt a little foolish that I didn't have better answers for him, because up until that point, I really wasn't taking it seriously. This was just fun. I didn't have any goals. I hadn't given any thought to my why. My husband wasn't even on board with the whole thing, and I have the CEO of the company asking him why he's not supporting me. Things have since changed and we laugh about it now, but at the time I just felt so ridiculously unprepared. We spoke candidly for hours, and oh my God, what an amazing opportunity to just sit and talk with this man. He is pure genius, yet down to earth and knowledgeable, and he's just really an incredibly all-around person. He really made me start to see just how much opportunity the business offered, and it was only at that point that I began to take this seriously and treat this business like a business. So after he left, the first thing I did was create a vision board, and I set some goals for myself. At the time, I felt so silly putting some of the things that I put on there. I mean, just like you probably feel watching this, I thought, that's never going to happen for me. Now I know that anything is possible. I should have been dreaming bigger, but bygones. So this isn't my actual board. In fact, mine has been updated a few times now. Many things have been checked off, bigger things have been added on, and I'm not just talking about material possessions because that's not what it's all about. It hangs on the wall of my office where I can constantly see how far I've come, but more importantly, how much further I want to go. And the beauty of this business is that the sky is truly the limit. It can be as little or as big as you want it to be. Remember, obesity is a huge problem in this country, and there will always be people who will be looking for the solution that we have to offer them. I thought long and hard about my why, the thing that would drive me to help more people, because the money that we make in this business is a direct correlation to the number of people that we're helping, both physically with our fitness and nutrition solutions or financially by sharing the business opportunity with them. This right here, this is my why, my family. I want them to have the best life possible, the life that I didn't have growing up. My father walked out on my mom and 3 small children. She didn't work and she did it all alone. I remember what food stamps looked like. I remember wearing hand-me-down clothes from the kids up the block. I remember doing without. I want my kids to take piano lessons and gymnastics lessons and be the first person to wear their clothes. I want them to have a college fund, and I don't ever want them to see mommy and daddy fighting over money problems. I want them to get to travel. This picture in particular could bring me to tears right now, because before becoming a coach, my kids had never been on a real vacation. And the way things were going, it didn't look like they ever would. My first year as a coach, I earned a cruise for me and my entire family, free from Beachbody, just for doing what I love, getting fit and helping others do the same. I've earned that Beachbody trip every year since then, because every year I make it my goal to earn that trip for my family. My children have become veteran travelers. Disney, cruises, Bahamas, Cancun, all because of Beachbody. But the one thought that I really want to leave you with is that my goals don't have to be your goals, and your goals may change as you go. I remember when I first started coaching, I saw another coach post this exorbitant paycheck they received, and I thought, if only, but that could never be me. Well, it's me. I've since created a 6-figure income with my Beachbody business. Was that originally my goal? No. My goal was originally to save 25% on Shakeology. Your goal can also be just the coach discount. It can be covering the cost of your personal Beachbody purchases. It can be going out to dinner money or going on vacation money. It can be funny money or it can be life-changing money. The choice is yours. It also doesn't have to be about money at all. Remember in the beginning of the video I told you how painfully shy I am? Doesn't it seem a little crazy that someone so shy would be hosting calls? Beachbody puts such a strong emphasis on personal development that since becoming a coach, I've grown so much as a person. Hosting conference calls, video webinars, live trainings, I can get up in front of a room of people and share my story like the most outgoing person you've ever met. I honestly feel like I've become a better me. You probably don't know this lovely lady, but this is my Beachbody coach. I owe this woman so much for inviting me to the Beachbody coaching opportunity 5 years ago. It has changed my life. I'm hoping that one day you'll be thanking the person who invited you to watch this video for the very same reason, whether it be me or someone else. You see, you were invited to watch this video because someone believes in you. They believe that you have the ability to motivate, inspire, and change lives. Don't sell yourself short by saying, oh, that's not for me. Say thank you for seeing that in me. Where do I start? And with that, I want to thank you so much for listening. It was my pleasure to share my story with you. I hope you found some inspiration in it. And if you have any questions at all, at any time, please don't hesitate to reach out. It would be my pleasure to answer them openly and honestly. I hope to welcome you to the team soon. Have a great day.